Hello, my name is Charlene DeChico. It is with sincere passion that I am eager to learn about people, culture, true history, and the overall human experience. Join with me as I embark on this journey. This is your Community Spotlight.
Welcome everybody to the North Segment Community Spring Dinner today. I'm Dr. Mayor, I'm your North Segment Council Rep. My Indian name is Hukbali Sagesh, Good Medicine, and I'm the firstborn of the late Avis Baker, Mayor, and the first grandchild of the late May Howard Coffey. My grandmother told me I should introduce myself so that in this manner so that the people will know who I am. And secondly, out of respect for our matrilineal heritage. And so we've got a really exciting agenda. We're going to say our prayer here shortly and have our dinner from our favorite homesteaders, Dino back there. And then we're going to do some updates. And I know you all want to play bingo. We got some really nice bingo prizes. And then we're going to distribute and discuss. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my dear friend, Sarah Youngbird, a respected elder, who will give us our prayer. Men, please remove your hats and stand.
Thank you. Grandfather, we thank you for this day. We ask that you look out for us. We have many, many illnesses in our community and many deaths. We ask that you help in the work that we do, and we thank you, Grandfather, for Monica, because she always looks out for all us elders. Grandfather, tonight she's going to inform us on what's going on in our community and what's going on for the future plans for our community and for our tribe. Grandfather, this is a wonderful day with a lot of sunshine and warmth. And Grandfather, you know that when we get old, you get achy. And when we have more sun and more warmth, Grandfather, our bodies really appreciate it. Thank you, Grandfather. And we ask that you bless the food that Homesteaders has brought to provide for us elders. And I ask that you look out for us elders of hope. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, for that beautiful prayer. We'd like to gift you with this star quilt. Help her down first. I know, I'm an elder too, but gee, I had surgery in my knee about 40 years ago, my old basketball playing days, and I got up out of bed this morning and I was walking around and I was walking like this. You guys know what I'm talking about? And talk about pain, oh my God. And when the sun comes out, as Sarah said, it feels so much better on our achy bones and joints. And it's because there's rheumatoid arthritis and there's osteo. And osteo is what we all have because we all worked hard all our lives to care for ourselves and our families. And our joints have just worked themselves down to the bone. Before I start with my slide, at this table over here we have Jackie, Aletha, and Susan. We will be distributing you, after all their hard work for almost a year now, our plan book for North Segment, Peter. Over here I have my home health team, so there's information over there. And next to them is the Tribal Insurance Department. And I have one of the BIA workers, Lonnie Wright. He'll come here and give you a talk when he arrives. He's not here yet, right? When he arrives, he's going to visit with you elders about when you get your money and it goes into the IM account, A lot of people are taking it out of that IM account and you're putting it into checking. When you do that, it becomes an asset. When you go to a nursing home or anything like that, that gets all taken away. So, I don't want these nursing homes taking my elders' money away from them. So, they have a better interest. So, Lonnie will give you more details. So, and then I want to make sure, if you have a question, you can probably sign up over there with Lonnie Wright on how to do that, or if that would be an advantage for you or not. So, and Charity, Pam, and Michelle over there handle all our insurance claims, bills, anybody in collections, they're putting together a junior ROTC. So the high school kids will learn how to bring in our color guards, how to shine their boots, how to follow commands, how to do marching. They're going to teach them all these things that we all went through. We have done a lot of completed projects here. And I wanted to let you know, my first election was in November of 2016. And in November of 2016, I was the first woman ever elected to North Segment. And it was really, really tough those first 2 years. I actually wanted to quit. It was my mother that told me to fulfill my obligation. Once I kind of started getting the hang of it, because I was the only woman on the council, it's easy to clean up. So we cleaned up as much as we could, and we probably demoed down at least 15 buildings that were hazardous in our community and took control of them. And then I passed a reso that eliminated our board and our CDC and took control and created North Segment Property Management. It's almost ready. And that's going to be a nice place to go for families. Very excited about it. Laser tag, basketball, bowling alley, movie theater, restaurant. It's going to be fun. So we don't have to drive our children all the way up to Minot just to enjoy some simple things in life. And so we've demolished quite a few places on Main Street in Newtown. And do you know where the Mexican place is in the Old Trail Theater? We just are finishing up the land exchange between the Old Trail Theater, which are apartment buildings now, and our lumbar LCM building, which is kind of across from Better Bees, or across from BIA. And across from Better Bees is an open lot there. I tried to negotiate with the city of Newtown to build a bowling alley and a movie theater there, but it fell through when COVID hit. So now the city owns that lot, and they're going to build a pavilion, which is like a flea market, civic center type thing, indoor, outdoor. But they don't have no parking. So Jay Standish, the first elected Indian mayor of Newtown, came to me and said, Monica, can we work together? And I said, yep. He said he wants that LCM, so we're going to demolish it down, and we're going to get the Trail Theater. And then there's 3 open lots that I cleaned up there, and that's where the new split mall will go. It's a retail store, and then second level would be office space. So we're just about ready to start this, but the other thing that's in place right now is our North Segment Community Center. You guys see the walls going up now? They're starting to go up. It's going to be spectacular, $85 million project, and a state-of-the-art Fitwell Center certified. So swimming pool, indoor track, event center. The meal site for the elders will be like McDonald's. You can just drive up and get your meal so you don't have to get out of your car. There will be a greenhouse hooked on there so we can grow our own corn, beans, and squash year-round for our elders. So I'm very excited for that because the grounds will have 2 softball fields, a baseball field, 2 tennis courts, 2 basketball courts, two pickleballs, mini golf, playground. I mean, it's going to be state-of-the-art for our community. Our projected completion is December of 25. So we're on schedule right now. And so I'm really excited about all the things that we're doing. But what I'm really excited about is I finally, after years, convinced the council that we have to have a medical campus. And that medical campus is coming true. Meaning, it's not just the Alba Woods Clinic. We built the new diabetes center, which I led on. We built the new KDU, which we opened and is working. And we got the dental and optometry building walls are up. And the Community Health Resource Center, which is right north of the clinic, kind of behind the clinic. It's a 3-story building. It's gonna be like, if you were a young person and you were pregnant and you went to mine and had your baby, came back home, you could go to a one-stop shop and go over to our Community Health Resource Center and get your baby enrolled, get your baby on insurance, get your baby's immunizations because the PHNs will be in there, their shots. Your baby could get WIC, your baby could get infant and toddler. I mean, your baby could go, you could go and get everything that you need in one place instead of driving all over the reservation to all these dilapidated buildings. So that's coming up too.
Mayor, thanks.
You've been listening to Dr. Mayor. Now Mr. Lonnie Wright is about to speak.
Come to speak to you guys today. My name is Lonnie Wright, and I'm the Fiduciary Trust Officer. Austin Gillette was my predecessor, so I handle all the IIM account, the funds coming in for oil and gas proceeds, or ag leases, range units, those types of things. When money comes into your IIM account, that's what we do at. We're called the BTFA now. Excuse me. So we used to be called the Office of Special Trustee, and now we're called the Bureau of Trust Funds Administration, BTFA. And like most government entities, we always change our names and don't provide reasons. So we're called BTFA now, but you can call us whatever you want. So I wanted to quickly go over IIM accounts, your funds, and what we do at the BTFA. So BTFA, we handle, of course, your IIM account, your funds. We invest your money when it's sitting, when you leave it in your IIM account. And I'll get into that a little bit. And then we also handle probates. So we're one of 3 federal agencies that are involved in the probate process. So we're at the very, very end. We distribute the money from the decedent's IIM account to the heirs. So first I want to, if you got pens, I don't have a card, but my name is Lonnie Wright, and then my phone number, I'll give you my cell number. It is, I'll give you a little bit of time to get your phones ready or get your pens out. It's 701-713-6062. And I can give this to Dr. Mayer and her staff to put it out there too. But it's 701-713-6062. And that's my cell number. So if you have any questions about your IIM account, probates, any of that stuff that we're going to talk about real briefly today, give me a call or shoot me a text. I'll call you back. All right, so probates, like I said, there's most common A lot of the questions we get are for probates, and that's going to be 3 federal agencies. There's the BIA, there's the OHA, so BIA, of course, Bureau of Indian Affairs. The OHA is the Office of Hearing and Appeals, and then there's BTFA, that's us, that's me. So BIA collects all the, like the death certificate, the birth certificates of the marriage, divorce certificates, all of that stuff. They create a packet. Then they hand that packet over to the OHA. And that office is in Billings, and there's some administrative law judges that will schedule hearings. They will, make sure all the heirs get notice and all that sort of stuff. Attend those hearings, and those hearings are usually telephonically. They used to come to the agencies, and I think they're probably starting to do that again, but most of them are held over the phone. And probably some of you are familiar with that process here in the room. And then they schedule a hearing, then the judge will give an order. He gives an order out to the BIA. The BIA will change the land, change the title to the land, and all that sort of stuff, and then they give it to us. And then we disperse the funds according to that judge's order. So that's, in a nutshell, that is the probate process. I do have some material over here at the community health booth, and there's a schedule for the IAM, or the oil and gas disbursements. So I have a schedule over here, that's the yellow. It's really important that you keep your addresses up to date with us. Not only the tribe, you can call the People's Fund and make sure your address is up to date with them, but make sure your address is up to date with us, because if we send you something, a statement, and we get it back, we automatically lock your account. We won't send no money out, even if you have direct deposit. So then we get a lot of calls and a lot of angry people, which I understand. But it's really important that you keep your address up to date with us, so we can get you out your statements and make sure that your account is how you want it to be. So what Dr. Mayer was talking about a little bit earlier was interest. So if you, let's say, just for example, you get $10,000 for oil and gas for the month of April. So tomorrow is our disbursement date. So you get $10,000. If you leave that $10,000 in your IIM account, we currently have an interest rate of 5.39%, almost 5.4%. So it's really good if you compare that to a bank account where you have, or like a checking account where you have 0.05% or 0.5%. And if you have a substantial balance in there, even if you don't, that's a good interest rate. So the only bad thing that I would say about that personally, and being the fiduciary trust officer, is interest. There's anything above $600 is taxable. Now, that's just on interest, so that $10,000 is not taxable because that's generated from trust income or trust land. Those are derived from trust land, that's not taxable. But what is if you leave your money in your IIM account, you gain more than $600 in interest. Let's say you gain $605, you'll be taxed on that $5. Anything over $600 is the threshold that you are possibly taxed on. We're not tax professionals, so don't call me and ask me for any tax advice. I'll just tell you to talk to a professional. I do have access to 1099, so if you're not sure if you have, if you meet that threshold, give me a call and I can check for you really quick, and then if you have a 1099 available with us, then I'll make sure that you get a copy of that. So I know tax season is, if you're like me, you haven't done your taxes yet, but you got until the 15th. So I hope to get some calls on that, just to help you make sure you got everything, all your bases covered.
Right, you're listening
So
to
interest,
Northern Lights here.
Community dinner.
let's see, our oil and gas disbursement dates, like I said, there's 2 every month. The middle, or the first one of every month is the basically the main one, and that's, and then there's one at the end of every month, and that's what we call, that kind of catches up, so that if there's any late payments from oil companies or any adjustments, then that second disbursement of the month usually is is caused by that, you know, if there's any late payments or anything like that from oil companies. Keep your address updated. If you have any questions, I'll be here. Rest of the night, you guys got my cell, it's 701-713-6062. Come down to the BIA office, I'm downstairs. It's either gonna be me or one of my staff is gonna be there. So feel free to stop in and, yeah.
So that's Mr. Lloyd.
Yeah, so we're in the BIA building. So I understand that, you know, I'm a federal employee, but I'm not BIA. The superintendent, there's a new superintendent, her name's Megan Gorneau. And that would be a question for her. I'm not in control of the building. I just go downstairs and, you know, do my work down there. So, I don't know the answer to that. But, however, you guys can come into the building. As soon as you come in, there's some of you that I recognize that have come in. You can press the doorbell, sign your name, press the doorbell, somebody will come and let you in, and you can go see whoever you need to see. So right now, that's how it's set up.
So this is
You have access,
North Segment
it's just you
Elders
just can't come in and you have to ring the doorbell. Any other
questions?
questions real quick? If not, I'm just gonna be sitting over here. Feel free to come in, or come over and ask questions, or give me a call, or stop in. Thank you.
Please contact him if you got questions about your IM account, because I don't want somebody, taking all your money from you guys. So, I want you to look at this data. The total population for our tribe right now is 17,394 people. That's how many we have right now. On the reservation, we only have 5,431. So 69% of our population lives off the reservation. Next slide. By the segment, Newtown, isn't there one before this? By the segment, just looking at elders, Newtown has 243, Whiteshield 123, Mandaree 104, Partial 87, Four Bears 80, and Twin Buttes has 55, for a total elders population that is greater than 60 years of old is 692 living on the reservation. So that means North Segment has about 40-some% of the total elder population. So in North Segment, we have roughly always right around 2,000 people for the last 8 years that I've been in. Our only reason why we don't have more is because we don't have enough housing. But 0 to 17 years of age, we have 622 that are under the age of 18. So most of our people that live in North Segment are 18 to 59. 1,139. And our elders 60 plus in North Segment is 243. That's what we have currently as far as the data. We have 243 elders. And there's going to be a whole bunch more because people like me, I'm a baby boomer. So we are baby elders. That's 60 to 65, there's going to be a whole bunch of people coming in to that age group. So we're young elders, put it that way. So now with that in mind, the message is North segment is the biggest segment, and North segment has the most number of elders than anybody else. So, you guys want to play bingo now? Where'd Kyle go? Kyle!
We're down at
He
the Northern
disappeared.
Lights for the
I guess no bingo then.
segment community announcement dinner and bingo, which is
Ready,
about to start.
Kyle?
They're just waiting for Kyle, so I believe there's many door prizes down here for this bingo or gifts for
We got
bingo.
6
So
games bingo. Yeah. How many elders live off the reservation? Gee, I think there's like, I want to say that there's 1,600 and some elders total out of the 17,000. So I would say maybe 1,000 live off the reservation. More live off the reservation, elders, than on, just like all age categories. And they're in better shape than we are because the elders off the reservation, they have nursing homes, they have all these places where they can get access to healthcare services, everything that we don't have. So we have to do things a little bit better. And so I promised my mother before she passed away a few years ago that I would do my best to help take care of the elders, and I understand it now because I'm an elder too now. I'm the oldest member on the council, and I was the only elder for quite some time until just recently. I think the chairman turned 60. He's only like 2 or 3 years younger. And Mervyn, they're the same age, I think. So, yeah, I kind of understand having cared for my mother in her last years, and then now myself. Like I said this morning when I got up, I was walking like this. When you get out of your bed. You know, elders know what I'm talking about. It's like you need grease or something to get going, you know. So, with that in mind, Kyle is here, guys. We are gonna play bingo!
Anyone can choose to make a difference. You can help people succeed, rebuild after disasters, protect the environment, or feed the hungry. Not only will you make a difference for others, but for yourself. You can earn money for college, learn career skills, and make friendships that last a lifetime. Make a difference. Choose your future. Choose AmeriCorps.
I was 26 years old. I was sitting in my truck in the parking lot of a movie theater getting high.
I was an outcast my whole life, you know, like I didn't know where I belonged.
Knocking my head against the wall over and over and over again.
So I came to Narcotics Anonymous. I heard a message that made my ears pop.
People who I can relate to and identify with. Managed to heal relationships, start families, and be happy with life.
Drug problem? We can help. We've been there. Narcotics Anonymous.
Are you addicted to drugs? Narcotics Anonymous can help. If you are interested in Narcotics Anonymous and cannot make it to a physical meeting, or are wanting to experience the Fellowship of Recovering Addicts online, visit virtual-na.org to learn more about online meetings and meetings over the phone.